Hello guys, welcome to another episode. Today's episode is called How Do I Love Myself When I Don't Know Where to Start? Which is a good question, right? So I have a question that I would like to ask you, and that is, how did we get to this place where we are today? And what I mean by that is self-criticism is the norm, and being mean to yourself and having negative thoughts about your body image is so normal for everybody at the moment. And the main reason for that is because of marketing. So I think it was back in the 60s, I did a bit of research. They started to market products to people, women especially, because women, without being sexist, actually spend more money and more time shopping. Like, I actually like to buy toothpaste and new shampoos and things like that, just standard household stuff. I like to do that, and I'm sure every woman loves to shop. That's where the cliches come from. So that's another reason why low self-esteem and body image and body confidence affects women. And that is definitely not to say it doesn't affect men, because it really does. But as the majority, it's more about us women. So the thing is, please remember that nobody is perfect. But what marketing does is it markets a product to us. If you buy this product, then your wrinkles will go away and you'll be better. Or if you buy this weight loss product, then everything, you'll be whole and complete. Because if we're a little bit prettier and a little bit slimmer, then that means we're going to be loved more, and we're just going to be overall happier, which is not, it really is not the case. So like I said, nobody is perfect. And if you feel like you're the only one struggling, you are not. There is so many women out there who don't feel enough, and they don't feel perfect, they don't feel good enough, nowhere near. And you are not alone. So don't think you're some kind of special case. Not in I don't mean that in a harsh way. I mean, you're not alone. Everyone, not everybody, but a lot of women really struggle with this. And the thing is, the people that you think have got their life together and who are amazing and really happy and so self-confident, they're not either. So they're also struggling. The people that you think are perfect, they think they're full of imperfections themselves. So also don't judge other people. You are not alone. It is a common thing, which is why I'm here as a coach to help as many women as possible feel amazing about themselves every damn day. And that's what I do. And I just love my job because it's so empowering to see women fall in love with themselves and come home to themselves. So the thing about being perfect is, what I used to do as well is, if you try harder, you'll get better, but it still won't be good enough. So no matter how far you come in your goal list, or how far you are compared to somebody else, it's still not going to be good enough. So please know that perfect isn't even a thing. And actually, your imperfections are what make you perfect as you are, because everyone is different. And so the first place to start with learning how to love yourself is with baby steps. You can't start, Rome wasn't built in a day, and you know, the sayings like that, and it is so true. Like when I first started my self-love journey and my body confidence journey, I thought that if I took a big step first, then everything would happen quicker. It's like when you want to lose weight. If you think that if you just go on a restricted diet to lose weight really fast, it will keep you motivated, then you can then do it the healthy way, like after that. But it doesn't work, because the big steps are too big. And for example, when I decided that I no longer wanted to keep yo-yo dieting, I just wanted to learn how to be confident in my body, I actually decided to just pretend that I didn't care what my body looked like, and I just kind of tried to force myself to believe that I didn't really care, and I don't care what people think. But because I was lying to myself, that didn't really work, because it was too big a step, because I didn't believe myself. So how can I truly love myself and be self-confident when it was just a lie to me, if that makes sense? And you can get there, and you can overcome it. There's just loads of inner work to do. So the first place to start, if it's easier for you to ask somebody you trust or somebody you love to share with you what they think are your best qualities, and I do not mean physical appearance. If they want to say something physical, that's fine, but what are your best positive qualities? Are you funny? Are you caring? Are you kind? Do you make people laugh? Are you a good problem solver? Let someone who you trust tell you all your positive things about you, and then write those down. And the same thing goes with yourself. If you can't accept what somebody else is saying about you, if you don't believe it or you just think they're being nice, which is what I used to do all the time, then do your own list for yourself. So what are your best traits? What do you like about yourself? What do you love about yourself? Write yourself a love letter, and I'm being serious when I say this, because I did this before. I heard on a podcast, actually, it's a good idea to do to build up your self-confidence and self-love. And so I did it, and it was very emotional, a lot of tears, but at the same time it felt like so free, and it just felt so right, because I was, address it to yourself, like mine was, Dear Victoria, I love you because you always want to make people happy and you do the best for blah, blah, blah. Do that for yourself and write yourself a love letter and read it daily. And that is so, so, so powerful. So please do that. And another good step to do is to take the attention off yourself. So when we're all up in our own heads and we're overcritical to ourselves and we're noticing flaws everywhere and we're just not good enough and she's better than me and she looks better than me, like, get out of your own head and stop thinking about you, okay? And find someone else to help. So our true calling in life is to serve others and to help others and not live for ourselves. So if you've got time to wallow in self-criticism, then you've got time to go and help someone. So maybe a friend needs someone to talk to, maybe she's going through a tough time, maybe you can be her ears and be there for her, or take your grandma out for lunch or something and ask how the world's changed since she was a little girl. That will keep you busy. But when you're looking for ways to be of service to somebody else, it gets you out of your own head, and then because you're giving to someone else, you feel a lot better about yourself, because when we give, it's a win-win situation, because when we give, we feel good in here, in our hearts, but then we're also helping someone else at the same time. So that's a massive, really good step to do to stop you from noticing all your flaws and hating on yourself. So if you don't like who you are as a person, then work on being a better person, not for yourself, but for other people that are around you. So another step is to look at the facts about yourself. So everyone has done something really cool in their life, or, really impressive. And I do like to keep a list mentally of all the things that I've accomplished in my life so far, and I like to call it my I am capable list. And when I'm feeling a little bit shitty or anything, like thinking I'm not good enough, I actually reflect on what I've actually done in my life and what I've overcome. So and I want you to do one for yourself as well. So I'll give you a little sneak peek into mine. You might know some already if you followed me. So thank you if you do, and welcome if you're new to this. One of them is, a few of them are, I've overcome anorexia, left an abusive relationship and then rebuilt my life again. I paid off the debts that he left me in from the abusive relationship. I overcame binge eating disorder. I left I broke up an engagement, which was the hardest thing I've ever had to do, but it was the right thing to do. Then I rebuilt my life again. I moved abroad to be with the love of my life. So I left home and moved abroad. I've learned how to love myself unconditionally from the inside out, no matter what my body looks like. I've studied and graduated and became certified as a transformational nutrition coach, which is why I'm here doing this today. I ran a marathon this summer, and I currently teach body pump and spinning lessons, which is one of my dreams that I've had for such a long time. So they are a few of my I am capable lists. So I would like you to do one for you. Put as many down as you want, and then when you're feeling like you can't do something or you're feeling a bit shitty, go back to that list or write the list again, and then you'll be able to see how capable you actually are. You can also put a few little ones in, like I am funny, or as long as you're not focusing on your appearance. If you I am pretty and I am beautiful is perfect, but don't do it all about physical, because we are so much more than our bodies, even though the media likes to tell us otherwise. Our body is just a vessel for us to live in. We are not our bodies. Our self-worth is not in our bodies, and once you realise that, you'll also become a lot freer. But you do sometimes forget that you're capable of a lot more than that you think that you are. And then another thing is, remember that nobody is better than you. All this comparison that you're doing on social media or in the gym or just in general, or if you look at someone whose business is really good and they're living the life of their dreams, that doesn't mean that they're a better person than you, because the creator of this universe, I like to call it God, the creator created you exactly as you are. You were not born like this by accident, and you didn't come out wrong. You're literally exactly how you're meant to be. So you are amazing, by the way. And instead of seeing your flaws as not good enough or something that's wrong with you, how about looking at them as your distinguishing, I can't say the word, characteristics, or something that makes you special. So stop trying to be like everybody else and start reflecting on the fact on the reasons that God made you this way. So everything that you think isn't like anybody else, then good, because we're not supposed to all be the same. Because if it was all the same, the world would be a very, very boring place. So reflect on the things for yourself that you think are unlovable. So it used to be my whole body, to be honest. I used to think it was unlovable. And then you can ask, like, what can I learn from this? What is my creator trying to teach me from my feelings of being unlovable? So if you suffer with body image, God might be trying to show you that you're making your body an idol, which means that if you're afraid to lose it, or you base all of your self-worth and happiness on this thing or this condition of your body, or if you have X, Y, or Z, then it's consuming all of your thoughts and it takes up all your attention, and you put that above anything else. So that's what happened to me, if I'm being honest. I put my whole self-worth in what I look like, and my job in this lifetime was to overcome this. It was such a huge part of my life, I'm not even joking. I would look in the mirror and I would cry and just hate my body so much, and I literally would be like, what's the point in like being alive? I wasn't suicidal as such, but I felt so low. I'm not even joking. And so I've overcome that. I never thought I could overcome how I felt about my body image and how much it had a hold on me. I've overcome that, and so now I'm teaching others to do the same. So I had that hang up for a reason, so I could overcome it and then help other people. So because the truth is, we don't need our bodies to look a certain way, or we don't need external things to be happy. We just think we do, and in the media like to make us think we do. And it's because of how we're brought up, it's because of the world that we live in today, and also because of the recognition that we actually get from the external world about the way we look. So you are enough exactly as you are. Like I say to you every time I speak to you, I really, really mean it. And when I say you, I mean you as a whole, but I also mean the true you. And the true you is actually a beautiful soul living inside a human body. So the purpose of your existence is so that you can experience life and you can experience joy and happiness and love. And you can also give and receive the love that you are, because without your human mind overcomplicating things and and misleading you, you are 100% pure love, and you are ecstasy, and you're just abundant joy. That's what you are deep down. So, like I said, your body is actually a vessel for you to experience life, and then once you understand that your body does not define your worth and your imperfections make you you, then you will live like you'll just float through life like with so much happiness and joy, which is what I want to share with others, because it's absolutely amazing when you get there, and just be the light for others. That's what I'm trying to be. And so, where is the best place to learn how to love yourself? So the answer is within. The best place to learn how to love yourself is from within. So no amount of validation or praise from the external world or other people is going to teach you how to love yourself. Only you can do that. So external validation and approval will only get you so far. And you won't believe them most of the time anyway. If someone says, "Oh my God, you look so pretty today," you'll be like, "Oh yeah, whatever," and you'll always like come back with an excuse as to why their compliment wasn't valid. But the more compliments we get, even if we don't believe them, we start to need them to feel worthy, which again is what happened to me. I was this machine, and I was this shredded person that was a fitness fanatic, and I got so many compliments about my body. And although yes, it's nice to hear and it's nice for people to say that, I took that as proof that I was worthy and that I was worth loving, because how could anyone love me if I wasn't like that? And so all this validation that I got and the compliments, when I couldn't keep up my shredded body because it was just unsustainable for me, because I'd suffered with eating disorders and I just wasn't doing it in a healthy way at all, I couldn't keep that. So when I lost that, I obviously wasn't getting the compliments. And I was like, oh my God, well, who am I? Because no one's telling me I'm good enough. No one's affirming to me that I'm worthy and I'm good enough of love, because I took external validation as how to love myself. And so it will take you so far, because when they just keep coming in, then it's fine. You sort of you're putting a plaster on or a bandage on something that you didn't even know was there, that needed bandaging or covering up. So when these compliments stopped, I was like, well, who am I? I don't even know who I am anymore. And I lost that label, because we should never label ourselves or put ourselves into a category, because we can't be labelled. We have no ceiling, or there is no limits for us. We can do and be anything we want, but when we label ourselves, that's when we're limiting ourselves, and that's when we want and need validation from other people to keep us in this label or this box that we put ourselves in. So the thing is, like I said, with all of the media and the advertisement and the society that we live in today, it's a constant practice to turn your head from them and say you don't want to listen or you don't want to absorb any of the information for them telling you that you're not good enough, because it takes a lot of inner work to feel good enough. Because when you love yourself from within, you don't need others to love you or to tell you that you're worthy, because you know that you're worthy. Like, obviously it's nice to have love, and to give and receive love is what we're here on this earth for, but you don't need it, because you have so much for yourself and for other people. You're just overflowing with love, so you don't need it, because you just know that you're worthy yourself. And you can obviously care about what other people think, and you can care about the opinions of others, but it doesn't really matter, because only your opinion matters for yourself. If you accept yourself, then it doesn't matter if anyone else accepts you or not. I hope that makes sense. But it is a daily practice, and it's an ongoing practice. But when you do reach the place of unconditional love and towards yourself, the world is like so different, and you don't need your body to be a certain way anymore, and you don't need material things. Yes, it's always like nice to have, but it doesn't make a difference. So I would be lying if I said I don't like a nice house, or I don't know, a nice hot shower at the end of the day. I'm appreciative for everything I have in my life, but you don't need them because you've got yourself, and that's not selfish. That's just a stage that you can get to, and I'm always growing and always learning, but it's a stage you can get to, and then you're just so free and overflowing with love for yourself and everybody else. It makes the world a better place. So imagine if the whole world loved themselves so much. Like, imagine what that world would be like. If you need help reaching the place that I'm in, and continuing to strive to be better, so I'm always learning new things and teaching you guys new things. If you would love to get to a place of inner peace and freedom and like love for yourself no matter what your body looks like, then please reach out to me. I would love to help you. I'm waiting for you with open arms, and I have all the tools and the skills to get you there, and it would mean the world to me. And I'm just so happy to see women that I coach become empowered to love themselves and their life, and there's just no better feeling than that, and that's what I'm here to do. So hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you did, and you think someone would benefit from watching or listening to this, please share with them. Like I say, my job here is to share and to teach people how to love themselves. So anyone that needs to hear this message, please share with them. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and as always, you can have, be and do anything you want. You've just got to go out and get it. So I will see you on the next time.